What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Today, I'm going to be taking a look at the second SH Figuarts Dragon Ball figure that I bought in Japan. This is Vegeta Daima, adult version of Vegeta, if you will. Camera's really close. There we go. So inside the packaging, you've got the Vegeta Daima in the nice purple-ish looking thing. I love that color. Nice little gradient. The edges are a little bit rough. Kind of like a fantasy world type of thing, you know? Like this isn't really the continuity, but it is. On the side here, you've got Vegeta fist, you got Vegeta face, you got another Vegeta face. On the back here, you've got some different kind of positions that you can put this Daima figure in. And it looks really kind of cool. Doesn't seem as much stuff in it as the Goku one did, but let's open it up. See what we get inside. And of course on the back, this time with the Goku one, it was the face and how to do the face plates and all that. This one's the hands and how to do the arms, the crossed arms, which Vegeta is known to do. When he doesn't like something, he crosses his arms. I take that back. There's more here than I thought there was going to be. Look at all that. Wow. Okay. I mean, just right off the bat, this is my second, almost third, because there's a baby version of Vegeta sitting over there. But this is my second real adult version of Vegeta. I'm kind of curious how this is going to play out because the mold for Goku was a different mold. It's not the quote-unquote 2.0 that they have always been using. Oh, not always. They've been using for quite a while now. And it looks like this is a little bit different than my other Vegeta that I have, the 15th anniversary one. So let's just take it out and see what we got. I love that there's no plastic joints or plastic wrappings around it and stuff, no alternate hair. All right, let's just take it all out. All right. Okay, unlike the Goku, Vegeta, you need to kind of fiddle-faddle around with just to stand him up and all that out of the package. Not a big complaint, because when he stands all right. Blah, 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 blah. But just looking at it again with the Daima series, they're going with that flat matte painting job. I just loving that head sculpt. Look at that. I tell you what, looking keen as all can be. Like the hair is just spot on. This whole armor is kind of rubbery. It's not the hard plastic, so that kind of gives it some mobility. Oh, look at that. There's a little diaphragm there. You see the little joint in there too. Well, maybe not on camera. Oh man, okay. The back kind of, those knees are a little bit different. Let me bring out my 15th anniversary here. Looking at the legs. Yeah, the knees are a little bit different. They are using a lighter color blue for the armor, but I think with Daima, even though it was in the demon realm, the 3 different demon realms, it was a little bit more cartoony. The two series that I'm really focusing on for my collection to complete are the Daima versions and the Dragon Ball Superhero series. So those are the ones I'm focusing on because all the other ones like Z and GT and regular Dragon Ball, those came out so far long ago. It's gonna be tough to follow up with all that. Superhero and Daima, these are just coming out. So I think these are gonna be my little gateway to my Dragon Ball collection. But anyway, looking at this Vegeta, very nice. I like how the chest plate is a little bit off color than the rest of the armor being a real flat white. This has a little bit of a overtone to it, and I'm liking how the straps are just, they're rubber though, you know, like this whole top part right here on the back and the top here, it's rubbery. Then down here, it's more of a harder plastic. Awesome. And then you've got some, see, this one does actually have a little bit of dry wash in the legs. So why couldn't they do that with Goku? And then you got the butt cheeks, I guess, for all y'all that love the butt cheeks. And loving the triceps right there, the little cuts and the bicep there. There is some dry wash in the striations of the shoulders and to the bicep. Fantastic. This is Daima Vegeta. Whew. Alright, now let's look at the alternate faces, alright? So there's his stern face, right? Or his regular come out of the box face. Here is Vegeta with his kind of angry face. Maybe he's angry at Bulma, unfortunately. Oh, that's too bad. Well, Bulma, I don't know. Anyway, he might be angry at Bulma, might be angry at, you know, he stubbed his toe. Who knows? And here we go with the gritting teeth, side eye to the right now. Instead of Goku's to the left, his is to the right. So I guess you could pose them both in gritty avoiding side-eye faceplates. One looking this way, one looking that way, who knows. Whatever to your heart's desire. And this is something I like right here, just kind of the smirk, like he knows something that you don't, right? Which really, this kind of face, I always think of him with his arms crossed like this. So let's do that. Let's pop these off. Pops off really easy. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Pop them in individually. Don't try to put them in together because that's just not gonna work. Now with this, he does have a little butterfly right there. So the butterfly is kind of pushing it this way towards the other arm. And then that plugs in right there. Yeah, there you go. There he is with his smirk next to this Vegeta, not smirking, but he's also Super Saiyan God Super Saiyans. And he doesn't like to stand as well. So you got two Vegetas standing cross arm. I do gotta say that I like the 15th anniversary, the darker blues, the gray on the chest plate. That's kind of more of my thing, you know. Even the toes are a little bit more pointy than the Daima. It's a little bit more circular. But there you go. There is the infamous Vegeta. I'm digging it. Alright, enough with the arms crossed. That's my favorite look for Vegeta, but you know, this is a full review. So in regards to the hands that we've got fists like so. Come with the packaging. Alright, you've got the ready for the Kamehameha garlic blast, was it? Or something like that. There is Vegeta learning how to count to 4 or maybe 8. And what martial artist doesn't have a martial artist ready hands pose? And there's Vegeta with the ki blast hands ready to go to blast the ki away. Now let's for giggles, let's go ahead and put the fists back on, and let's change the hairstyle, shall we? And then we'll go into articulation. I know I didn't do that part yet. That was because this is a special character for me. All right, since we had the smirk on originally from the transition, I should say, here is his smirky face with the kind of windswept face there. What's really cool is this one compared to Goku, you can just pop it off because he's got the widow's peak. Got his angry face with this windswept hair, and there's his windswept hair with his side eye to the right, camera left, and here's Vegeta with his in-package face, which is just a straight-on RBF. Now let's look at articulation. Head goes 360, can look up only this far, which is okay. Looks down that far. Because of the joint in the neck there, he has a lot of tilt, more tilt than he probably ever needs. I say that, but he probably needs it. Arms, let's see. Oh, they have a drop down, so arm can go up like that and drop down like that with that hinge right there. Arm goes 360. You've got a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. Fist can go up to his about, yeah, he can go up there. And then you got the wrist that's twist and twirly and twirly and twirly. You got the upper chest that has a joint right there, but that just leaves such a gaping hole that it doesn't look like a true joint. It can go down that far, go back that far, but I just don't like that crap. You've got a waist swivel. Go with the legs. Full splits. Okay, this is a cool joint. Yo, when you pull this out, you see that right there, just a little bit, and then boom. Just like Goku's, he's got that joint right there that kind of makes it part of the uniform, right? The costume that he's got on. I'm loving that design. Got a double jointed knee, can kick his own butt. Does he have anything in the shin? Nothing in the shin. Ankle rocker. Foot goes back that far. There's a nice little click. Foot goes up that far with a toe joint. There's stuff going on. There's some mechanics in here that are going on that are different than the other Vegeta I have. I love the drop down shoulders, which means that he can get his arms to go across like that. So if you have Vegeta actually did the Kamehameha, he could actually do it with ease this way. Look at that. Okay, that is fantastic. Doesn't look that great on camera, but that works. And the face isn't really that good for this kind of pose. Let's use a little bit more of the getting angry. I mean, he's a smaller figure. It's not as easy as Goku to just position him and him not gonna fall over. You do have to find a center of gravity there, but look at that. That is perfect. And then what about that one scene? That's another cool thing. I just popped off his left leg and it popped off cleanly, and it didn't look like there was any joints that are broke or anything like that. It pops off, and it pops pops right back on. Yeah, that's not the perfect thing, but you know what I'm saying? He's just like got his arm outstretched and blast a key blast at you, and with the stoic face, you know, just not giving an F. Overall, this is a unique figure. As far as the articulation and all that, man, it's different. And like I said on my last video, I came into SH Figuarts late in the game, so I don't know how it was for y'all with struggling with the 2.0 body and maybe even the 1.0 body. You guys lived through a lot. And finally having SH Figuarts, you know, coming up with this new body type makes me think that the third parties are going to follow suit and give us some unique characters that, you know, SH Figuarts doesn't get around to. They always like to do the Vegetas, Gokus, and some little characters thereafter, you know, not main characters. There goes his arm. Let's just say secondary characters. Alright, let's do size comparison. So there is the Daima Vegeta, and as before, here is the 15th anniversary Vegeta Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Put him next to Son Goku Adult Daima. Let's get some 2.0s in here besides the Vegeta. Here is... good job. Alright, here's Vegeta Daima, Goku Daima, next to Ultimate Gohan. I can't wait to show you guys the rest of this stuff. And then we've got Kaioken Son Goku. Ta-da! There you are for size comparisons. Now, I'm not showing y'all with like the Marvel Legends and all that kind of stuff. I have those packaged away, so I don't really just want to bring everything out. So I'm just doing all Dragon Ball. And it's kind of pretty much all the same characters, isn't it? Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Gogeta. Anyway, we did articulation, didn't we? Yeah, okay. Final review, I guess. Am I forgetting something? No, I don't think I am. Alright, so in conclusion, does this Vegeta belong in your collection? Hell yeah. This body type that he's got going on, the articulation and the stability of it. Some of the joints do pop off, but they're, I mean, especially the arms are supposed to pop off because you give him the, you know, the cross arms, right? But I can't think of a better version of Vegeta that I've seen, at least in the stores, you know. I've seen other Vegetas when I was in Japan over at Ami and Animate and all that. This one, this is something special. Again, I think I said that about adult Goku, but yeah, this is something special. It belongs in your collection if you are a Dragon Ball fan. So this is going to conclude this video. If you like it, go ahead and click that like button, click subscribe, click on the notification bell, let you know I came out with another video for y'all. See you guys next time. Peace.